How will you appraise the performance of the sitting president, Nana Akufo-Addo?
Sorry?
How will you appraise the performance of the sitting president, Nana Akufo-Addo? Your thoughts on him?
Oh, I think that I haven't been measuring these things. I've been looking at the nation more and the country more than one leader, okay? If, let's say, our oil or our gas situation and our electricity is going on and off, I can't just try to measure the performance of that one minister and say you're the reason why we're all going through this. I think it's a general problem for all of us, and it's also a general contribution from all of us.
So you cannot assess President Akufo-Addo?
I think that I am not the one that tried to assess. I am the one that tried to help. I am the one that tries to contribute. I am that one that would even see a gap and bridge it.
What about former President Mahama? How will you assess his leadership style and performance from 2013 to 2016?
If I don't have an assessment skill for Akufo-Addo, then why would I have it for Mahama?
So clearly, I mean, he's seeking a
well,
comeback.
No, I just want to ask you, what is the difference in the two if they're both presidents? I don't think you understood the answer. So let me just explain to you.
I did, but I thought that was for President Akufo-Addo. Maybe for President Mahama, it would have been different. That's why I brought him in as well.
Look, truly.
So I did understand it.
Truly,
yes.
The one president that I'm very accustomed to their vision is Kwame Nkrumah, because I feel like we are more connected. I feel like he wasn't just a president; he was also a visionary, and that's where we connect. Because the difference between a president and a visionary is that a president has been elected to be a president. A visionary has a purpose to change something. He has a purpose to either build a nation, to either create an industrialization that will become the foundation of building that nation.
And for you, Kwame Nkrumah stands tall?
I think looking at the achievement in 15 years, I think that we are still going to universities that were built by him. We're still going to hospitals that were built by him. We're still driving on roads that were built or constructed, infrastructures that, there's some things that have changed. But when you look at it from the national perspective, I think we're still using a lot more of the things that he introduced. Yes.
All right. And I think you have the number now. We'll be getting to. As a developer, I want to pick your mind on this. Yesterday, the Minister for Works in the House and the Sexton Minister, Honorable Kojo Nkrumah, he was out there talking about the Saglame, housing project. 12 years old, not habitable, close to 5,000 housing units rotting away. Now there's been a call for private developers, to come in and complete the project. What are your thoughts on that, on the Saglame housing?
Well, first of all, I would like to use this opportunity and this moment to wish my friend Andrew Cloconas to rest in peace. I think he started the project. He did a great job. He actually studied more than 12 years in some place called Vienna. I remember he told me his story. And what happened was that he was able to do it very close. I remember I visited Saglame before, and he said that they had stopped him from continuing, and I think it was some political reasons, So I don't know why they have left the place for weeds to grow in the roots.
But now they are inviting private developers to come in.
Well, first of all, here's what I saw and what I noticed when I went for the development.
Can we have our last call up and then we'll come back to you? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, too bad. Okay, please go ahead.
So I think that it's a great idea to want to find some people from the private sector to continue this development.
Okay. But hello, good evening.
Good evening. I have a question for the gentleman there.
And what's your name?
My name is Valentina.
Valentina. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. My first question is, with all his vision and our state of economy now, how is he going to finance it? Because we are in a country that cannot afford beds for sick children. We cannot even afford 3 square meals. So how are we going to finance the dredging of the sea? 2, a president that does not value education. How is he going to advise the youth? Because this country right now, we have people that think MPs and ministers are supposed to be building toilets instead of developing the country. So with the president who does not value education,
Has he said that he doesn't value education? He's not said that here on the program, madam.
He clearly made it point out that he's a dropout and his focus is not education. So how is
this voice sounds familiar. Is that Efia Schwarzenegger? This voice sounds familiar. You said Valentina, and I want to connect.
Efia Schwarzenegger is called Valentina Nanejua.
So you are the one. Okay, so Valentina.
Why are you answering the question for the man?
I'm not answering. I'm asking it. Are you the same person?
Okay,
I want to know.
Answer.
Okay. Are you the same person?
The president that does not value education, how will he encourage the youth to go to school? Because our problem in Ghana now is illiteracy. The major problem we're facing in the country is illiteracy. That is our major problem.
Okay, he's here to answer your question. He's here to answer your question. Nana Kwame Bediako will answer you. So we've established that that's Efia Schwarzenegger, Valentina. Is that right? Hello? Okay, so go ahead.
So first of all, there's no such thing as I don't value education. I want people to understand that education is just not based on academic curriculum. Okay, education is how you can learn about things to advance your brains, to have more knowledge, and to understand a few answers. They call it wisdom. Okay, and then you have to apply it to your resources. Because if you want to have education, you can educate yourself for the next 70 years. It has no end. Okay, but you have to remember that there is the books part, and then there is the practical part. So you do the books part first, and then after you go into the practicality. But some people are thinking that education is just about chewing and pouring. So I am actually just advising Ghanaians that what's the point of learning about Christopher Columbus when you had the cocoa to learn about, when you had the gold to learn about? Why are you going to America to buy the gold and put it in your neck when it's right on your neck, on your land? Because you didn't study about mining when you were studying geography. So I don't have anything like that, like I'm against education. In fact, I support education, and the youth will tell you from the university, since we're doing the university challenge, even putting in $1 million, to support people who will come up with great
$1 million Ghana cedis.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, for people who will come up with great ideas, to be able to use that capital to fund that idea. So it's more like a Shark Tank that we're building, and we did this because we thought that maybe this can give a facelift to the government's existing idea, because everybody is educating themselves in Ghana so they can get a job. But I want them to understand that you can become a businessman before you even acquire your degree. I want them to understand that you can acquire leadership skills before you acquire your degree.
We'll be wrapping up soon, and we'll be getting to the mystery question. I know you have your short codes right there.
Yes. I want to say that all the people who want to be part of New Force or even just find information or inquiry, please dial 053-11-00081. I repeat the number, 053-11-00081. And of course, the code, short code is *447 *24#. *447 *447 *24#.
Okay.
Now, this is just the manual way to get in touch with us. But remember, the New Force have the app coming. We have a lot of things coming that is going to educate you a lot.
You're launching your own app.
We're launching our app, and we're also launching the crowdfunding. We are asking the Ghanaians to join us to put fund into us. Whether it's 1 CD, 1 pesewa, a bottle of water, whatever, we believe that Ghanaians are going to make us sit in this chair more so than we manipulating them to get into the chair. We don't want to go that way. We want to urge Ghanaians that for the first time, they should let their instincts, they should let their power empower whoever that they have chosen to lead them. They should not let who wants to lead them manipulate them to lead them. So it's one of the ways why we are changing the narrative, and we want the nation to be a part of it to change the narrative. We're about to launch that soon. Also, there are other things that are coming in, but I want to also use this moment to tell the youth of this country, the mothers of this country, that today I was reading the actual schedule of what is going to happen this year in politics in terms of educating people about democracy. I think that is very poor to see that in the 4 years that people will govern us, the only time that we use for people to exercise registration to have their voters' right is less than 3 weeks. When you compare that to what happens in Europe and America, some of them are 9 months, some of them are a year. We need to take our time to educate our children about democracy. We can't just give them the demo and leave the crassy, okay, by hiding them into 3 weeks and don't let them discover what to really do, you know, with their thumb. So I am coming on a campaign to actually encourage the youth that exactly from the 7th to the 27th, which is 20 days, less than 3 weeks, make sure you register to have your vote, because once they close the gates, they're stopping you from being a part of the vote, and they're taking your power away from you. Your power is your vote, and it's from your thumb. So I want to encourage them to really take time out on the 7th to the 27th. However, here is what I found out. I would like to break down this analysis for them. The requirements for you to vote, and I know a lot of youth might not have this registration, so I want to use this moment to educate them a little bit. The requirements for you to be able to register is that you bring your birth certificate. Now, in this country now, there's 1.364 million people who are turning 18 this year. And they are asking you that before you can register, you need to bring your birth certificate or your national card. Now, if you don't have a birth certificate or a national card and you just turn 18 and you're eligible to vote, what is going to happen is that you have to go to the birth registration place, but when you get there, you're going to find out that the system says that it would take you 4 weeks to give you that birth certificate, which is more than the time that they've opened the door for you to get the vote. There is a catch there, okay? And I want to educate the youth of this country that let's wake up. Who is that smart donkey or monkey or group of whatever that is saying to you that bring this for this, but you don't have what it takes to get this before you can get this? So if I am urging the nation and even the government that they might not know this, but if they can, make sure that it's either they extend it or they educate the youth to let them know their rights from now. If they don't, what is going to happen in future is that they're going to be making the same mistakes as our fathers, because once you don't know how to get your own voting rights, and someone one day when you grow up, someone come from outside and tell you, give me your gold and your concession, you're going to do the same thing. Right. It's about knowing your rights from now. So yes, let's do this together.
Okay, so let's do this together. And before we go, you know, there's a running controversy about the anti-LGBTQI bill. Are you in support or you're against?
Well, it's not even a matter of supporting or being against. You know, I have asked this question a few times. The first thing that I'm thinking is that everybody's talking about it, and every presenter takes their time to do this. Now, how did you grow up, Bola? You grew up with your mother and your father? I did too. I knew my father, I knew my mother. So all of us, we know our culture already. Why are we fighting from the parliament trying to decide something that we haven't even practiced? Okay. So what I think is happening is that this is a strategy to educate our people about it, because they don't know, but we keep mentioning it. And especially the youth, they're going to inquire about it, and then they might be curious to try it. And then that is the education going. So first of all, I would say, and I would like to urge Ghanaians that, you know, Atamel Sebi, the year, rest in peace. Now, you know, Ghana, we have our issues. We have economic crisis, short of jobs. Okay, we have agriculture problems. We have extraction problems. We
don't need to bring LGBTQ.
No, I'm coming, please.
Right.
So we have all of these issues. If we haven't delved into those issues and found solutions for them, then how professional are we becoming to go and find a solution for a Western culture problem? And when you look at someone like even, what's the lady, the vice president of America, what's her name again? Harris?
Yes.
Kamala
Kamala
Harris.
Harris, yes.
When you look at someone like that came to this country to talk about this same topic, you know, this woman is trying to encourage us to do something, but she's standing with the husband. So what education was she giving us by telling us, showing me that I have a husband, but you should maybe learn about a man and a man or a woman? These things doesn't happen in Africa. It's in Europe and America that a child can grow up and their father is a man, their mother is a man. This doesn't happen in Africa. I think what happens is the problem that we're facing, and we need to find solutions.
Okay, it's now time for the mystery question. As you go, we know you're ready to go out there and catch a flight, but that is a mystery question for you. Yes, which one are you picking up as a mystery question? Yes, you can just pick up one.
Oh, you can pick and ask me.
Okay,
because you know what? I've been ready for you. All your questions are, I think, well answered. So
No. So this is a mystery question. So what will success look like for you in the 2024 presidential elections?
Well, I think, first of all, I already know how success is like, and I know how it feels. What I haven't been able to fully do is to be able to significantly add value to as many people that I want to become successful.
Right.
And I think I'm well on my way on doing that. The 2024 presidential, what is it?
Elections.
Elections.
Yes.
I think it is the moment where choices are no more paid for, but decisions has become something that is controlling our nation today. You know, we have grown, and I am looking forward to see how different would it be today when there is a movement facing a political party. You know, I think this is history in the making. I am looking forward to see it. I am looking forward to see that if the political parties or the geopolitics that exist would attack the movement from coming in, I want to see if, like, the story of...
Oh, you see that coming? That
No, I'm just saying, I want to see the story of, like, Moses, you know, putting the rod on the floor and turn it into small snake, and the big one is there, but it swallows it, you know? So it's more something that we should all look forward to, but I also think we're going through a learning curve of how we should manage the process of creating these platforms for our national governance. You know, 40 years, there hasn't been any change. It's been the same. You know, it's either blue or it's either green. And so maybe if yellow comes in, it can become green, yellow, blue, or maybe the time has come that there's a full change.
Okay.
Whatever God decides, I think that I am the one courageous enough to lead a nation. I am the one that is willing to take the Israelites back from the hands of the Egyptians. You know, I have that, you know, obedience and courage of Moses. I feel like if you are bringing me a few Goliaths, I will still manage to cut their heads off. You know, whatever that is coming, I think that I am courageous enough to face it. And that's how I feel like God has chosen me, has ordained me. I'm anointed, I'm appointed. And I want to thank Ghanaians for giving me this chance to even know that I have risen and they're behind me. God bless you all. Thank you very much.